All right. Well, good morning, Miss Susan. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Doing all right. I'm glad that you made it this morning. I know the weather's not the best.
Yes, prepared for the storm.
Good, good. Well, I know trying to come in is never an easy thing, especially with kind of the whole situation. So, before we get into some of the questions, I just want to let you know, um, because you were referred by your CPS worker, um, a lot of what we talk about is considered confidential. However, if there are things that would be concerning or reportable, like harming yourself, there's harm to the kids, things like that, just know that by law, I have to report that. So I just want to go ahead and let you know. But otherwise, as we kind of work together through this, just know she doesn't have to know the specifics of what we talk about because I want you to be able to talk freely.
I understand. Thank you.
Okay. Absolutely. So, real quick, I want to kind of go over a little bit of the contact information that she had sent over on your referral. Um, So she's got down that your name is Susan. Do you go by that?
I go by Susie.
By Susie. Okay. And you prefer that?
Yes.
Okay. Good. And she's got your age here as 55.
Yes.
Okay. And then gender identity. I like to hear that from you. What do you
Female.
prefer to identify as?
Female.
Female. Okay.
Mm.
Good. How about ethnicity?
White.
White. Okay. Would you consider white Hispanic or non-Hispanic?
Non-Hispanic.
Okay. Good. How about spirituality? Because she left that blank.
Protestant, specifically Presbyterian.
Okay. Do you have a home church that you typically go to?
Yes.
Okay.
Church of the Redeemer in Indian Trail.
Okay. Great. And you have good supports there?
Yes.
Good. Good. That can be a huge help, especially in having the kids there at the house. You're having to juggle a lot. Because I
Mm-hmm.
see on here too, you are also employed as a teacher. Bless you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I teach middle school social studies at the alternative school in the county.
Wow. That's bless you, because that's huge. Um, and then she's got your insurance as Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Um, and so reason for referral, they like to put down their reasons, which on here she just says that you were granted guardianship over your nieces,
Mm-hmm.
um, due to, it sounds like, their parents' substance use,
Yes,
and that,
it was a bad situation, so
okay, and just so some guidance on how to help them kind of maneuvering through the case. Okay, that's what she sent over. How
okay.
about for you? What are some things that you are hoping to get out of this that are concerns for you regarding this whole process?
I'm looking for assistance and ways to learn how to cope from not only myself, but also the girls,
Okay.
just because they've dealt with so much in their former home situation and trying to process all that. There's been some acting out, some resistance to structure. So just kind of, you know, people to work with them and help them understand that I'm not the enemy, but also coping skills and tactics for me to maintain that structure and those boundaries without becoming, you know, over the top and overly strict and reactionary.
Makes a lot of sense. Because do you have kids of your own?
I do not.
So kind of taking them on is definitely a new adventure for you.
Yes. So
Okay.
it's one thing to have students at school, because there is that automatic set structure and expectations versus in your home, and they know you in one regard for years, and then all of a sudden you're taking over another role. You go from the fun aunt to the strict parental figure, if you will.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense because they'll have to see you in a slightly different light, and
Mm-hmm.
you need to be ready for that.
True. Very true.
Good. Um, so don't mind me. I'm just jotting down some notes so I
Okay.
can help with some resources and such later.
I
Because I know you
appreciate that.
mentioned um better ways for you to cope, but also for them. Do you know if
Yes.
they are in therapy?
As right now they are not,
Okay.
just because it's such a new situation and I'm trying to navigate and figure out how to juggle all the pieces, because obviously they're a huge priority. And so I went from the situation where it was just, my basic routine to all of a sudden having to care for and have the best interest and caring for the girls.
Okay.
That's a whole kind of flip and has turned some things upside down.
Okay. Because who else is in the house with you?
Um,
Because it's not just you and the girls, right?
no, I have a husband, but he works, and my mother. So I have a 82-year-old mother who has been recently diagnosed with dementia. So I
Oh,
was already navigating that situation and kind of had it down, not quite to my satisfaction, but then we add in another layer, and so it's basically at times it's like caring for three children. And I don't want to saddle the girls with any major responsibilities when it comes to their grandmother. Um, so it's just, how do I compartmentalize almost, I guess if that's the right term for it, um, who gets what attention at what times and how, you don't want to, it's just, it gets very confusing and frustrating.
I would
Plus
imagine
there's this job
so.
thing.
Yeah, because you're having to go from being caregiver for her, it sounds like, to
Hmm.
now literally being in the middle, caregiver for an older parent, caregiver for younger
Hmm.
kids.
And
And then you
girls,
throw the husband in there, that's a whole nother level of caregiving.
right. And girls at that age are in that kind of transition resistance anyway, even in the best of circumstances. Um, so you add on all the other things that they've had to deal with, that kind of heightens responses to things on both sides.
Yeah, I can imagine. So, with what's going on with their mom, um, obviously, kind of history of substance use.
Hmm.
How about any other family history of any
I
other mental health things?
I have issues with depression and anxiety, and the anxiety has just increased exponentially in the last several months, as you can imagine. Several years ago, I had my own small issue with substance abuse, went to treatment, went to rehab or camp,
Okay.
as I call it, and have been clean for 8 years. Um,
Wow.
so I know, and
Good for
I
you.
know, I'm sorry.
I said good for
Oh,
you.
thank you. I had a just really good support system as far as that goes around me, and am always well aware of I can never go back to that place and that dependence, because it'll blow everything up, and it's already a tenuous situation. So to add, for me to do something foolish like start using again would just throw everything way off the rails.
Yeah. So It sounds like good supports around you. So
Hmm.
you mentioned mom, husband.
Mom, husband, amazing friends. My best friend is the best in the world, always very supportive. Has been there for me through all sorts of adventures, good, bad, and otherwise. So I always know I have her to depend on. And then other friends, church friends and families that kind of step up if necessary. So to help out with, maybe running errands here and there, dropping things off. Um, there were times where we needed financial support, and the church really stepped up and helped us out because when I wasn't working, so we're also trying to dig out from that, from the financial depths that we were in and get kind of back on stable footing. So,
Okay. Sounds like you've got great supports. Are they aware of the situation?
uh, they're aware. I think the person who knows the most and has the best insight is my best friend because obviously tell them everything because tried I can't communicate with my mother, the girls, um work friends, you don't want to dump everything on them. I try to leave everything at the door for work. People at church, you don't sometimes that's a situation where they're like, "Oh, well, let's pray and read a Bible verse." And it's like, "No, I need, help." Um so and then my husband works opposite hours of me, so he's not around a lot. He's here on the weekends, but then he rests because he has a physically taxing job. And I'm the type of person I don't like to burden other people with my stuff. I try to keep all the plates spinning at the same time, and they'll either keep spinning or in my mind they'll all fall at once, and I'll have a meltdown. I don't I have learned over the years not to wallow in the meltdown, just
Okay.
kind of freak out and move on the best I can. I do have times where I'm very frustrated. Um, I have a brother who he works in and out of town. He doesn't really engage in anything except maybe sending money every once in a while, but then it's like the Spanish Inquisition to try to get some money out of him. So that's a whole another layer of things. We did have help from my mom, and help is a strong word. It was more, she would come and watch television and leave. So it wasn't really help. And so we had to let her go. And once we realized we found all these things that were like, why in the world did this happen? Or why didn't this happen? And so it's just, so I'm in between that whole process of trying to get steady care and for my mother during the day when no one's here. Um, so that's a whole another thing. I've had to take off work to deal with things for her. And fortunately with the girls, it was an easy transition. They didn't have to change schools
Oh,
um
that's great.
right now. So we may have to change next year, dependent on, needs and transportation and things like that. But right now they were able to at least stay in their school. So they have that support with their friends and their teachers and counselors at school who know what's going on.
That's great. And
So
how's your school been with
my
you?
school has been amazing. My boss is a big proponent of family first. Never questions if I need to be out for appointments for my mom, for me. Last year, about this time, I got very sick and was out for a month in and out of the
Wow.
hospital. And then just recently, I had another kind of episode, but it was only a day or two that I missed because I kind of was aware of the possibility or had a sense of what might be going on. So I was able to get to the doctor and get the medication I needed quickly.
Good.
So.
And no problems trying to get into the doctor?
No, not at
You
all.
got good
I have
medical support?
a wonderful doctor with the MyChart system. I'm able to send messages if I have questions or need to have an appointment. They'll fit me in. There's, the doctor and nurse practitioners where we go, and it's very close to the house. Um, so, that I could not be in a better situation as opposed to all those years ago when I had my addiction and had a horrible doctor who kind of was my official drug pusher, if you will. So, because
Issues.
instead of trying to manage back pain and migraines I had in various, different ways, just prescribed opioids. And once those didn't help because I was getting kind of used to them in my system, she would increase the strength of the dose. And I had gastric bypass surgery 15, 16 years ago, if not more. And part of the side effect of that is metabolizing medicine more quickly.
Oh,
So the effects of the medication wear off quicker than they would for someone different, just because the way your body absorbs things like alcohol hits you faster. And so there's a high addiction rate among people who had gastric bypass, which was a little factoid that we didn't know till after it was, an issue.
wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I learned that from my good doctor because the bad one would just keep prescribing, oh, here's some stronger oxycodone, here's some more Percocets, here's whatever. And there was one medication that caused me to have horrible hallucinations. And on top of that, I would wash it all down with, Stanley Cup full of wine. So I
Mhm.
just got myself into a situation where I would just sit in my garage because I obviously couldn't work and chain smoke and drink and take pills. So it was
So
great.
moving away from the unhealthy coping skills, it sounds like, and you said with camp, as you
Mm.
called it, what do you do now for coping and stress management?
Um, I now I just kind of stop and I have a coloring app on my phone. I'll vent to people, if I need to have a little temper tantrum or meltdown, I know who to kind of warn that it's coming. And or I'll just freak out. And you know one thing I'll do is I like to drive. I'll just get in my car and drive. Or during the summer I would go and just go sit in my car and listen to Dateline. And just so I had a before the girls got here, just to get
Hmm.
out of the house because I wasn't working, but I still had to care for my mother. But there would be times where I was like, I need to get out of the house, so I would go sit in my car and just kind of space out. But no subs I wouldn't sit in the car and drink. I wouldn't, so and it was just time to clear my head. So
Good, good. Well, it sounds like much healthier coping skills, which to
there's the
me is a
emotional
huge
shopping from time to
strength.
time. So
Okay. So, what do you think are some of your other strengths? Not just for
um
you, but like when it comes to helping the girls, what do you see as something you do really well when it comes to them and you?
I know, having worked with kids for so long, I know kind of what they're into and kind of, hey, let's do this or let's watch this or um we'll try to get them out of the house, when I can to go do something fun, even if it's just wandering around the mall and looking at things or letting them, you know, go see their friends with their approved, once I've met the parents. Um just kind of having conversations with them and being able to talk to them and understand their language. And if there's something on TikTok they see that's cool, we'll talk about that, or Instagram. So I think that really helps me in knowing how to communicate with them, because I have had that interaction with kids in that age group for so long. I'm not just this old lady who suddenly has, a teenager and a preteen in her house. I know kind of how to navigate their likes and dislikes at times. So, but I try to have honest conversations with them as much as possible. Really, if there's something they want to do that's kind of out of the ordinary, I'll take them and maybe try to do it with them, or at least sit on the sidelines and be their cheerleader through it. So, did you freeze up?